We kind of assess this early on, and we are constantly evolving that, because Startup Superfuel is a 8-month-old initiative, so it is a startup itself, and 5 Ideas is constantly evolving the methodology of accessing the brightest startups. But at this point, what is working well for us is that we have an application form on our website, and what we do is that we urge startups, even the ones that send us free-flowing presentations or emails, we urge them to go ahead and fill that form. It's an online form, and the way it is constructed is to be able for us to, in a 5-minute read, we are able to get a quick understanding of the problem statement and the market sizing of the opportunity that startup has done, the quality of the solution, and the quality of the team, and what made them start up. So some of the core things which one would answer in the first 30-40 minutes chat, we try and capture that in the application form, and that's working very well for us, because a lot of times startups end up sending their big business presentation, but these core modules which we are looking to understand in the first go are completely absent, right? So we receive business plans where market sizing is inadequately done. To my mind, if you're starting up without an understanding of what kind of commercial opportunity this market presents, the one that you're solving for, for me, it's like you've got to go back and think that through, because you're telling me you're going to do 100 crores in 4 years, but you don't even know what looks like the market opportunity you're trying to convert, because no startup, even a leading startup, can have more than 10, 15, 20% of the market it approaches, right? So, so the application form is working very well for us. We typically take that in. We then screen the startups through that, and then hold an in-person meeting or a Skype call. And from there, if it's a startup, either at stage 2, so 60–70% have got screened out at stage 1, and then the rest are in-person or Skype calls. And if from there we have an interest, at least in the 2 investments we've done, and the 3rd one that we're going getting into the transaction now, clearly that's been the path, that if after the second chat we felt that there was a strong chemistry between us and the founders, and we could understand what they were doing, and we really liked what they were doing, then after that it's 2 or 3 more, sometimes 5 more meetings, because our ethos is slightly different. We're not investing in a lot of startups. We're looking at investing in 8 to 10 startups a year, and our promise is a combination of financial, human, and social capital. The human capital requires us to work with the founders closely, and hence we do look for chemistry. Right chemistry between us and the founders, and we look for working alongside the founders. So sometimes these startups have not really achieved their commercial POC. They're live products, but have not reached their commercial POC, and we work with them in those next 1.5–2 months alongside them, and which means maybe 4 or 5 more meetings where we are actually helping them, mentoring them, helping them as they achieve their commercial POC. So it's almost like when we're going in with the financial investment, we've already closely worked with the startup for a couple of months, and that's working very well for, at least as of now, we believe that's working well for us as well as the startups. We have great feedback from the startups that are working around our ecosystem at this point.